praise the name of the Lord. God bless you. God keep you. You know, that is my prayer. Listen. You are once again tuning in to Leading from the Future. Y'all know who I am. If you don't, let me tell you who I am. Dr. Pastor Anthony D. Shannon. I'm your host for this wonderful, magnanimous, right? It's just big. It's huge. We call it gravitas, where we are bringing to you one of the most dynamic interviews of all kind. The show combines inspiration with spiritual revelation, featuring guests who are powerful, personal stories of resilience and leadership. What can you expect? Well, you can expect that we're going to always bring you somebody to encourage you, somebody to always be an inspiration to you, and someone with diverse, including entrepreneurs, veterans, faith leaders, professionals who've overcome challenges and are now leading with purpose. This is a platform for stories that illustrate triumph over adversity, faith driven leadership, and transformational life experiences. Practical insight aimed at empowering viewers to pursue purpose, overcome obstacles, and then win in life, right? Here, we don't just keep you informed. I believe we help you transform your perspective. So, listen, dive into these riveting stories of individuals that come to encourage you. Our show just isn't about the stories, it's a call to action. We believe everyone has a purpose, a unique calling that makes them indispensable to the world. So, as you join us, you explore these pathways. We want you to uncover hidden potentials even in yourself. And we want to inspire you to embrace even your own destiny. Maybe somebody's saying something that help you confirm, trigger that I need to do more. So, this is more than a show. We say it's a movement, and it's a movement towards a purpose driven life. I always like to say that everyone is born for a purpose. So find your purpose so you can live your life. Because when you find your purpose, you can leave a legacy. Well, listen, our guest today, I told you I do not disappoint. Okay. Always bring you somebody that's wonderful, interesting, and powerful. And I have done that tonight. We have for you LaWanna Bradford. She's an award winning global strategist. She's a visionary entrepreneur. She's a catalyst for transformative change. She has over 30 years of experience. She leads a COO of the Bradford Group and principal of the Bradford Group Consulting, delivering bold results for federal agencies, Fortune 500 companies, and purpose driven entrepreneurs. She's a master at navigating ever changing markets. That's right, Lawana blends foresight with flexibility to help clients stay ahead of the curve. I don't know about you, but you need somebody like her. She's a Presidential Lifetime Achievement honoree with 40,000 plus volunteer hours. Wow. She empowers women through impactful leadership and a 5 time international best-selling author. And she's the host of three E360 TV shows. Huh? Lowana, listen, she ignites movement. That's right, build legacies and equip leaders to rise with clarity and courage. Man, I don't know about you, but aren't you ready for me to welcome LaWanna Bradford right to the stage of leading from the future, not from behind. She's not waiting around. She is taking it and running with it. Would y'all please welcome LaWanna Bradford?
Hey, Dr.
Welcome,
Shannon. Thank you for that introduction. How are you?
welcome, woman of God. Thank you for being a yes to our platform on tonight. And we know for a fact you're going to inspire someone, bless someone, and you're going to encourage someone. And we always like to open up, we told people who you are, right? But we want people to know, where were you born? Who was your parents, right? And how was it growing up? That's the questions.
Well, we're going all the way back to the beginning. So I was born in Texarkana, Texas. I am born to military father. That's how I ended up there. He was actually stationed in Vietnam at the time of my birth. And so my mother went home to be with her parents. And when he came back, he had his first child. And I am a proud daughter of a veteran who served not only 30 years, and he always says, never forget the 30 days, but my father, retired Army Sergeant Major Harlan L. Bradford, was one of the last remaining Buffalo soldiers. So you were talking about legacy in the beginning of this, and those are some big shoes that I'm trying to just kind of navigate in. I'm not even trying to fill them, but just find my space in the world with their examples. And my mother didn't actually begin her career until probably 20 years after
Okay.
they were married, because I was born after 10 years of my parents' marriage. And she worked for the federal government and was a technical librarian. And so I come naturally with my desire for avid learning, innovation, change management, strategy. All of that was around our household, and my parents did it professionally. And I hope I kind of answered the question as, sort of the origin story of LaWanna. So I'm a military brat who loves the world and loves people.
So, what was then life growing up in the household? Meaning, what are some of your fondest childhood memories that have shaped your values and confidence today?
I think my fondest childhood memories is growing up outside of this country in Italy. That's where I started my education from kindergarten through sixth grade. So that definitely had a strong impression on who I am today, how I view the world, my whole push for diversity and inclusion when it comes to life and in business. And being brought up by parents who were significantly older than me. My father was born in 1930, so he was a
Wow.
Depression era baby. And to be at the table and have these conversations that you're hearing it, you read it in history books, but you really can't relate to it. And you're thinking, this is my dad or this is my mom, and really appreciating legacy and what we as a people have gone through in this country, have endured. um, doesn't make us better than other nationalities and ethnicities, but there's some grit and resilience that has come about because of our journey as
Mhm.
individuals and as a community. And my parents made sure that that was solidified in me, even though I grew up in a microcosm. So even though I'm African American, I didn't grow up in an African American community. I grew
Mhm.
up in the subculture of the military. And so my dad wanted to make sure that even though I'm in this bubble, that I knew who I was
Uh,
and what I was representing as a Black woman in this country.
wow, that's so phenomenal. That you grew up with that type of diversity and being exposed to it early. Was there a pivotal lesson or phrase your parents instilled in you that still guides you today?
Yes, and both of them gave me these two mantras, if you will, when I graduated from high school. My dad said, "Find something in life that you love so much that you'd be willing to do it for free, and you'll never work a day in your life."
Wow.
And that has always been my barometer, whether I was working in corporate or entrepreneurship or building venture partners. Really looking at, is it bringing me joy, and if not, time to exit. And my mom said to learn from the mistakes of others, because you can't live long enough to make them all yourself.
Wow.
And that was her way of saying, you don't know it all. And so hence we have mentors and coaches to help you navigate along the way.
I like I like that. You mentioned high school. So what kind of student were you in high school? And did you already know you were destined for leadership and impact?
Yes, I was an honor student, and very civically minded. And I got, I think, bitten by the entrepreneur bug in leadership when I became part of Future Business Leaders of America in high school.
Okay.
And I I knew that I would come in and sort of command a room at times, but you're a kid, right? So you're not really thinking about what that means. But on the opposite side, it wasn't just commanding the room for me to put the attention on me. I was able to, and I even now, I have a gift I like to call the gift of sight. I'm able to see how to navigate the obstacles, to find opportunity in the chaos, and see literally the diamond in the rough in people. And I know it's a God-given gift. And so my showing up and the showing up in the power and the truth and the authenticity as I've grown into that has been so that I can be that illuminary for other people, that I can help them get to where they're supposed to go that much faster.
Ah, nice. That's wonderful. So, what does it mean then for you and your business to lead from the future in your own life and business? Because that's what it seems like you're doing.
I think in order to, one of the things of my platform I talk about, and you and I spoke about this a couple years ago, the R3 system: refocus, reframe, and reconnect. And it's all about remaining relevant in an ever-changing market, because the one thing that's always constant is change. We're never going to run away from it. So since you know that that is a known factor that will be in our life and in our business, how do you become agile and adaptable and flexible with that? And it's so important to have a line of sight. So we're in the now, and we're living in the now, and we're embracing the now, but we're also looking at how the today can impact our future decisions, may impact the world around us. And then you're able to back up and say, okay, I see this. If I continue to go this way, the results may not look so favorable. So let me make a shift today so that I can live the life or create the life that I want tomorrow.
Yeah, I like that. And we're going to get more into your R3 system, the refocus, the reframe, and the reconnect. So, you talk about strategic architecture, and how do we build that future proof system in business and in life? Because sometimes they intersect for sure.
I think the first thing is really understanding. We hear people say, "What? Understand your why." It
Hmm.
it sounds so basic, but it really starts there. If you don't know what it is you want to do, why you want to do it, and where you're going, you're literally going to keep spinning. And you can pretend, put the mask on and pretend that you're going somewhere. But then when you look back, it's like 3 years, 5 years, 10 years have passed, and you have not moved that needle one iota. So I think the first thing is really being true to yourself and digging deep and finding your inner compass. Sometimes we're so willing to lean on what other people are saying and allow other people to shape us. And I get it. We had that with our parents, primary and secondary socialization with schools. But after a while, when are you going to rise up and have a creative thought in your mind so that you can begin to develop and shape your life and be the empowered being that you were created to be?
Wow, that is so powerful. Aren't you enjoying this up there? Aren't you wonderfully? I told you I would not disappoint you. And listen, we're just scraping the surface. We haven't even dived in deep yet, okay? But listen, we're going to take our first break right now. And if you're tuning in to Leading from the Future. I am your host, Dr. Pastor Anthony D. Shannon. And listen, we have our special guest, LaWanna Bradford. She's talking to you. She's going to get into her R3 system. You don't want to miss that. All right. But listen, we're taking a break because I want to invite you to the best weekend of August. Yes, sir. It's coming at the end of August, August 29th, the meet and greet. August 30th, it's the Prep Breakfast of Champions, where we come with amalgamation of leaders and singers. Oh my God, dancers. It's going to be phenomenal. If you're a leader, entrepreneur, you want your ladder in to be prospered. You want it to be blessed. You want it to be prayed over, because you want to end strong and start right off the gate. We're going to help you do that. All right. And then Sunday, we've got more speakers, more singing, dancing. Oh my goodness. Woo! It's going to be amazing. Everyone will leave encouraged, inspired, and everyone will leave with a swag bag. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to pray for you. We're going to pray for your business. And yes, sir, we're going to talk about where you're going into the future. Get your tickets today. I'm telling you, tickets have been going fast. It's going to be sold out. I already know it. Trust me. Get your tickets. Go to prepbreakfastofchampions.com or get your phone out. Go ahead, take a picture, get the QR code, and register today. All right. I want to see you in the place and in the space. One other thing I want you to get, it's my newest book. I've released it this year. It's called Sacred Success, Unlocking God-Given Prosperity. Huh? Yeah, unlock the abundance that God wants you to have. He has prepared you for this, right? He's given you prosperity. He's given you peace. He's given you love, joy. All of those things is a part of sacred success. I want you to know this is a practical, biblical strategies. That's what this book is going to do. It's going to cause you to empower you to break from scarcity mindset, limiting thinking, and align with God's divine plan and help you step boldly into your inheritance. I want you to know that prosperity is not just money. No, it isn't, right? I want you to embrace true prosperity so you can live a life of purpose and impact in every area of your life. Scan that QR code, get this book. I'm telling you, the reviews have been outstanding. Woo! I tell you, this got to be one of my best works. It's got to be. Okay. Well, listen, you be the judge. Get the book. Write me, all right, and tell me what you thought about the book, like everybody else been doing. And boy, I tell you, I'll be so grateful and appreciative for you. All right. Thank you so much. Peace.
Here at the Victory Church, we are a teaching church, and who better to learn from than our very own pastor, prophet, Anthony D. Shannon. He's written a book entitled Live Generously. That's right, if you are ready to embrace biblical principles about money and to learn about God's financial management and even about the joys of trusting God through giving, it's time for you to live generously. Get this book today. Purchase it for $20 here at the church, or you can purchase it in ebook form on our website for $14.99. That's right. Go ahead and visit our website, thevictorychurchint.org. You want to get this book if you are ready to go to another level and embrace God's biblical principles about money. Are you unshakable? We know you can't stop the storms of life, but you can discover how to be unshakable. If you're ready to learn how to overcome family challenges, illness, financial stress, and more, you need this book, Unshakable, written by Nelson Searcy. And the foreword was written by our very own pastor, prophet, Anthony D. Shannon. Get this book, Unshakable, today for only $20 at the church. And you can also email us at tvci.executiveoffice@gmail.com. Get Unshakable today. It is God's desire that you overcome obstacles, even in less than optimum circumstances. Get these books today to live your best life. And here at the Victory Church, as we say, success is the only option.
Hello, my name is LaWanna Bradford, and you are watching Leading from the Future with Dr. Pastor Prophet Anthony D. Shannon.
Leaders don't wait for change, they create it. Champions don't walk alone, they stand together in faith. In this great collaboration, this is your invitation to the Leaders Live Generously Prep Breakfast of Champions, a gathering of visionaries, believers, and world changers. Where? I'm telling you, 32747 Grand Traverse, August 30th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. It will be a morning of revelation, restoration, and renewed strength. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They'll mount up with wings as eagles." You know it's your time to soar. I need you to come expecting divine encounters, prophetic impartation, kingdom connections that will shift your life forever. Don't miss this moment with destiny, because when leaders pray, heavens move. I want to see you There, click now on the link. This is Dr. Prophet Anthony Shannon signing out. I'll see you in the place.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into Leading from the Future with Dr. Pastor Prophet Anthony D. Shannon. Well, we hope that you're enjoying the show, and we want to let you know that we are grateful for you. From captivating stories to insightful discussions, we value your presence in our community. Now, if you're finding value and joy in what we bring to your screen, we'd like to invite you to consider taking your support a step further. To ensure the continued success of our channel, we warmly invite you to contribute. We're seeking 10 generous individuals to donate $1,000 each, as well as 10 contributors with a gift of $526, and 10 supporters donating $224.24. Every donation, regardless of the amount, makes a significant impact. However, as a token of our gratitude, each contributor will receive a personalized prophetic word and an exclusive ebook. We have 3 simple ways for you to give, making it quick and easy for you to send your contributions. The first is Cash App. That's right, $Anthony D. Shannon. You can send your contribution directly to our amazing host. The second way is to download the VChurch app. Go ahead and download on the Google Play or your App Store and follow the prompts there. The third is Cash App, $the Victory Church INT. Again, we thank you for your contributions and your support of Leading from the Future with our amazing host, Dr. Pastor Prophet Anthony D. Shannon. Well, thank you for being an essential part of our journey. Your generosity truly fuels our passion. Now let's get back to the show because more exciting moments await us. Thank you for your continued support.
Well, all right, listen, you're back. And I'm back with Leading from the Future. I'm your host, Dr. Pastor Anthony D. Shannon, a prophet you can trust. We are here with LaWanna Bradford. She's been talking to us about childhood, mom, dad, right? She got into high school. She was smart. God just blessed her, gave her all type of gifts, talents. Then we were talking about this gift. And some people are gifted, you know what I'm saying? They just God-given gifts, talents, abilities. Other people, they got it. They just got to work a little hard for it, right? And guess what? All of us got something that God has given us to be a blessing to somebody else. Now, LaWanna, before we went on the break, you were talking to us, right, about strategic architecture and whatnot. But I want to ask you this question as we come back, and that is this. You're not afraid to tell people about your faith. What role does faith play in your decision-making and leadership journey?
It has everything to do with my my leadership journey. I don't think you can be a person of faith and separate it from who you are. It is your essence. It's the essence of being, and everything else resonates from that. And so it informs everything I do, how I relate to individuals, measuring my level of success. But I think most importantly, it allows me to give myself grace and not beat myself up if I didn't meet that performance metric or I didn't lose that 10 pounds. It's loving myself enough to give myself grace as God has given me.
Wow. And before I get into unpacking your R3 system, how do you, how do you define legacy? Yeah. And how are you intentionally building yours? You talked about that Buffalo Soldier your father was. I mean, he's history. That's legacy. He's one of the originals, right? How do you define legacy and how are you intentionally building yours?
I believe that legacy is when you leave such an indelible mark and impression that not only people remember your name, but they want to take some piece of you and hold on to it and carry it with them to the next generation. It's about remembering the past and building on those successes and showing, I think, legacy, if done right. And I'm talking about positive legacy because we know we have some, but it inspires and it gives hope.
Yeah.
And it lets people know that, wow, if they overcame that, or if they achieve, X, Y, and Z,
Mhm.
it's possible for me. And I think when we live a life of accountability and responsibility, legacy is in tandem with that. You can't separate it.
Right. How do you feel about, it seems like the generation prior to our generation and even the generations after us, they want to know that you've been through something and you overcame. Where the generations before, we know they've been through something, they just didn't want to talk about it. They said things like, hey, what you do here stays here. Don't talk about it. Don't share about it. Yet people want to know about it because, and so your R3 system, refocus, reframe, reconnect. Can you unpack the R3 system and how is it helping people move through crisis?
Certainly. So the R3 system, when we think about refocus, so let me first start off with, it's a strategic element. So it sits on top of your traditional strategy. This is where I am, this is where I want to be, and then this is how I'm going to get there. And I hope whatever hits the wall sticks and I see success. But this takes it a little bit deeper, and it puts accountability and responsibility not only on you, but on all of those that are around you. So it has a human-centric approach to it, along with your processes and systems. So in a nutshell, it creates your life blueprint and business blueprint, as MLK said. And the first thing with refocus, most people look at it, Dr. Pastor Shannon, and they think it has everything to do with mindset. Refocus has nothing to do with mindset. I think that's how people get the mindset game a little convoluted.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me pause you here parenthetically and rewind you, okay? Because you just dropped 24 karat gold bars real quick and you went over it like it was, no. I need people to hear that. It has nothing to do with mindset. Wow. Do you know that was a 24 karat gold bar? Please rewind that and say it again a little slow. I want people to catch that. That was powerful.
Yes, refocus as part of the R3 system. The first R has absolutely nothing to do with mindset. It has everything to do with being self-aware and understanding where you sit in your environment and in your influence of control. Once you understand that, then you become the orchestra conductor, if you will. You're able to navigate those pieces on the chessboard. But without that awareness, again, it's hope methodology, and we know hope isn't a method. So it's
Right.
really looking at, where do I fit in the space and time? How am I resonating with what's going on? My feelings, everything. How am I showing up? What are those perceptions that are out there? And am I informing those perceptions and narratives, or I'm just leaving them up to chance and allowing people to shape how the world sees me? So again, it's all about that. First R is about positioning.
I see.
And owning it. We
So you're
say,
empowering folks with this refocus.
yes,
You're empowering them so that they don't lose power, they're gaining power.
yes. And so many people think, oh, okay, I got it. I got it, LaWanna. It's like, it's not intuitive. We were not taught to refocus. We weren't taught to really tap into how we are showing up in this time and space, and how our presence is creating ripples. And when those ripples are, expanding, what's happening? Yeah. And when we realize that those ripples are literally shifting things in multiple dimensions in our lives, we become a little bit more responsible and accountable for our actions and how we show up.
Wow. I
so
like
again,
that.
it's a point of awareness.
How we show up. I like that. A point of awareness so that we as leaders can practically apply it. I love that. That's great. So when we get to this reframing, then how does it, or how can reframing change the entire trajectory of a business or a life?
Yeah, it can do total transformation. So if you look at yourself as the master architect of your life or your business, and you understand the lane that you're in, and you've heard me say this before, Dr. Pastor Shannon, is that you own your lane and no one else is in your lane but you. And that's a hard, that there is a mindset exercise.
Yeah.
Because people are like, no, that's not true. I'm competing with people. Are you really?
Right.
Or did someone tell you you're competing with someone?
That's good.
Because if I'm placed here at this appointed time, are you telling me that God isn't all powerful enough to put me in a lane where I can excel independently?
That's really good. Now.
So again, that's where now when you're reframing, that's where the mindset starts to come in. But it's not the dominant part. The reframing is the creative part. See, God first spoke. He created, right? He spoke something into being. So what are we speaking into existence in our lives? What are we framing? What do we want to see? If your life is ash and trash, okay, forgive yourself, give some grace, and now say, what do I want? Design it. I mean, detail. I'm not talking about the vision board stuff, and I'm not bashing vision boards.
Sure.
But I see so many people going to all of these different vision board sessions year after year after year, and nothing changes. Well, something's broken with the system. It really is. That's just my lens in landscape as a strategist. And so in business and in life, if you think about, I'll use Disney as an example.
Yeah.
Walt Disney reimagined his business. When he hit in World War II, when people weren't able to do movies like they were before, he reimagined himself and started to support the war effort. Then when he came back, it's like he reimagined this world of happiness. How do I bring joy in this animated type fashion? When he built Epcot Center, that he never lived to see its completion.
Wow.
But he reimagined. See, I believe that we are always evolving. We should always be reimagining ourselves at the next step of the journey. Sidney Poitier said, every day, my goal was to be better than the day before. That is the seed of reframing. Whether you're reframing or redesigning your business landscape or yourself. And with business, you decide who's on the playing field and who's not. As Dr. George Fraser said, if it's not working, bless and release them.
Bless and release them. I like that. That dog don't hunt no more. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Right? Reframe, refocus, reimagine. I love that. So we got refocus, reframe. Now, what do most people do? What do most people miss when trying to reconnect with their purpose or reimagine it?
I think the biggest thing, and this was the hardest thing for me, was the reconnection. This is the seat of mindset. It's the belief center.
The belief
and
center.
That's where we wear masks, and those masks are in place because of fear. So these masks cause us to become petrified. We go in a seat of denial. We bury our head in the sands, ostrich syndrome. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Or else we are running around frenetically like Chicken Little. I like to call it the CLS syndrome. And we're wondering why, if I'm aware and I've created this design, then why is it still not working? Because you don't believe. It sounds so simple. But if you really were tapped in, tuned in, and sold out for you, because you know that you've been divinely inspired, there's no way you can lose.
Wow.
So, like I said, it was challenging for me to step back on that playing field. When I felt that I had been broken and busted, it's like I started to self-doubt. And I had to say, wait a minute, LaWanna, you got to rise up and shake it off and step back on the field you just designed. Why are you afraid to get on the playing field that you designed? You set the rules, you identified the players, and you're scared to show up and play quarterback? What's wrong with you?
Right. What's wrong with you? You decided to play. Come on now.
Right.
Wow. Well, listen, everybody, I told you this was going to be good. Are you not enjoying this? Is this not informative? Is it not helping you to refocus? Huh? And the hardest thing was to reconnect. Wow. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Listen, we're going to take a break right here and we're going to be right back. This is where I encourage many of you to continue to help us, to partner with us, all right, so that we can continue to take this broadcast all around the world. TCT.TV, Word Network, Roku, Hulu, On Stage Plus TV. Listen, Apple TV. We're taking it all around the globe. You can help partner with us. We always ask at least 5 of you, would you listen to your heart? Sow a seed of $1,000. Listen, you said every seed you sow is to help someone else get an encouraging word, someone else get inspired, right? You say, I don't have $1,000, $500, $200, $100, $20, whatever you sow is going to help somebody else be encouraged, inspired. And are you not aware that somebody is waiting to hear somebody else's story? Huh? What would happen if there wasn't an Oprah Winfrey? Huh? Where would others be? Where would Tyler be? Others. What if Tyler never showed up? All of those actors and actresses, listen, what if LaWanna didn't get it together? You wouldn't be hearing from her today. Huh? But you can be a catalyst for someone else. Sow the seed today. I want to encourage you to do it. All right? What if your story of faith could inspire generations? What if your testimony of resilience could ignite hope in others? Well, introducing The Faith Factor. It's a legacy project led by visionary Dr. Pastor Anthony D. Shannon. It's a moment where faith meets action and your voice really, really matters. We're calling authors, speakers, and those with a story of unshakable faith to join. It's a writing project that's going to be a legacy. Your story could be the breakthrough someone needs. Your words could change lives. Your faith could leave a lasting legacy for generations to come if you've overcome trials, experience God's hand in your life, or have a testimony, not a testimony, that can transform others. This is your moment to shine. Why don't you apply today? Become a co-author, share your story of faith, and inspire generations to come. Don't just believe, take action. Your faith-filled words could be the key to someone else's breakthrough in this book. Because faith isn't just a belief, it's the key to transformation. Apply now at faithfactorbook.com. Say it again, thefaithfactorbook.com. I want to interview you right now.
From a segregated military to modern movements for justice, this book uplifts the stories often left in the margins. With a rare blend of poetic grace and historical insight, Bradford moves beyond retelling American ideals. She reimagines them through the lived lens of those too often pushed to the margins. Black women who carried burdens and dreams, indigenous ancestors whose sacred truths still echo, immigrant allies who stood shoulder to shoulder in faith and sacrifice, and unsung patriots who, despite betrayal, still believed in the promise of America. Our Pledge Allegiance is a love letter to resilience, a reckoning with history, and a call to rise, not with bitterness, but with clarity, conviction, and hope. It's a reminder that patriotism is not silence, it is speaking truth while holding the flag in one hand and faith in the other.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into Leading from the Future with Dr. Pastor Prophet Anthony D. Shannon. Well, we hope that you're enjoying the show, and we want to let you know that we are grateful for you. From captivating stories to insightful discussions, we value your presence in our community. Now, if you're finding value and joy in what we bring to your screen, we'd like to invite you to consider taking your support a step further. To ensure the continued success of our channel, we warmly invite you to contribute. We're seeking 10 generous individuals to donate $1,000 each, as well as 10 contributors with a gift of $526, and 10 supporters donating $224.24. Every donation, regardless of the amount, makes a significant impact. However, as a token of our gratitude, each contributor will receive a personalized prophetic word and an exclusive ebook. We have 3 simple ways for you to give, making it quick and easy for you to send your contributions. The first is Cash App. That's right, $ Anthony D. Shannon. You can send your contribution directly to our amazing host. The second way is to download the VChurch app. Go ahead and download on the Google Play or your App Store and follow the prompts there. The third is Cash App, $ the Victory Church INT. Again, we thank you for your contributions and your support of Leading from the Future with our amazing host, Dr. Pastor Prophet Anthony D. Shannon. Well, thank you for being an essential part of our journey. Your generosity truly fuels our passion. Now let's get back to the show because more exciting moments await us. Thank you for your continued support.
All right, listen, we're back again, Leading from the Future. I'm your host, Dr. Pastor Anthony D. Shannon, with my guest, LaWanna Bradford. And LaWanna has been educating us on the R3 system, and it's been a powerful, listen, she said to you, and if you heard her, she has nothing against vision boards. Write your vision. But if you don't put no strategy, you don't put no action, then the vision just become a nice little picture on the wall. Okay. She wants you beyond the picture. That's the first step. Okay. It's like baking a cake, right? You got all the ingredients, but if you don't mix it, all right, and then put it in the oven, all you got is the ingredients, right? Let's take it all the way to the next steps. All right, LaWanna, let's dive into women in leadership. Let's talk about your book. All right. What inspired you to create Celebrate You, Embracing Her Wellness?
I actually was in partnership with Women's Prosperity Network about 7 years ago, and they invited me to be part of their community and start a chapter in the greater Atlanta metro area, which I did for 3 years. And then I realized, it's time for me to make a move. And I wanted to have my own platform. And because I wanted to have this own platform, I thought we talk about sisterhood and community, but I'm like, honestly, women lie about a lot of stuff. And I'm like, I need to call us to the carpet. Okay. So first of all, we have to make sure we are whole, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Once we're okay with that, and again, that doesn't mean it's perfect. It means we're becoming. Then we can reach out. Then we can be that sister to help encourage, uplift other people. So I wanted to create a community that was true and not phony, and not about competing one with the other, but really lifting up beyond the borders. So it's a very diverse community. It's in 10 nations, and it's just a powerful platform that allows women to show up, to give back, and to go together collectively, we're able to make some amazing impacts.
That's so good that you talk about, women and some of the things that, hey, let me call them out. So what are the key barriers you think you see women face in business, and how can, they or we dismantle those barriers?
I think the first thing is identifying that it's okay to walk in your femininity.
Okay,
you don't have to put on your male lens. to show up in business. I know I was like that all the time. I'm thinking, okay, I'm in a male dominated role, so I need to come like a man. Okay, well, that worked for a while, but it didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. And I think women are starting to realize this doesn't feel good anymore. And they're trying to figure out, how do I shake it off? They're uncovering, unpackaging this creation called woman. What does it mean? And how does she show up in the world and in business? I think the other thing for women is being okay to be authentically you. Everyone's not going to like what you do. Everyone's not going to care about what you do. But the point is, do you care? Because if you're not willing to stand up and applaud yourself, don't be shocked when the world doesn't stand up and applaud you. And number 3, stop saying sisterhood when you're not walking the walk. That is the most irritating thing. You know, God says, you know, a friend sticks closer than a brother. And that to me is like what the sisterhood component is. If someone is down and you have a way to help them, lift them up, but you're like, well, I'm not going to help them because if I help them, then they're going to be my competition. Well, what about looking at it as they can be my partner? Right. We can be, you know, we can co-labor. We can expand our reach.
Yeah. I like that. We can expand our reach as women. You know, how can women, I hear a lot of women talk about burnout or, you know, they're doing too much. How can women leaders avoid burnout while building their own platform or even empires?
I'm going to say something really simple. Just stop. Like you know, life isn't that difficult. We complicate life. We convolute things. If you're feeling, I mean, we are in this body, which allows us to experience the world through our senses. And when you realize that there's things that are happening, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling anxious, stop, pause, assess yourself, give yourself grace to breathe and to not feel like you have to wear every single hat. There's an article, and I can't remember who wrote it, but it was in Thrive Women's Magazine, an international magazine. And this individual talks about the myth of the superwoman. Wow. And so he says that myth is dying. The most empowered women aren't trying to be superwoman. You're realizing, where are my gifts and talents? And let me work in that. And that makes space. That's where the ease and flow is. But when I'm trying to be everything for everyone and juggle all these balls, we weren't designed to do that. And women were conditioned, I think, as we start to come into the workplace, you know, you have to show up in a certain way, you know, stand with your superwoman pose. It's like, stop it, just be you. You know, and live in your talents. And you will find the energy and the ease and the flow is there. And if it doesn't feel good, pause, reassess. It may not be the right timing. You may not be aligned with the right partners. I don't know, but I really think there is power in the pause.
Yeah. I love that. I agree with you 100% that there's power in the pause. You know, when you don't know what to do, even the scriptures bear that out. After you've done everything you know to do, just pause, stand, you know, wait a minute. My grandmother used to say, take yourself to sleep, wake up tomorrow, you'll feel better. All right. So exactly. I love it. I love it. I love it. How did your power of the pen and business financial raw talk come about?
Well, I actually have 3 TV shows, and Choose the Challenge is the other one. And this is such an interesting story. Dr. Pastor Shannon, is that when you are doing what you're supposed to do, it's amazing the doors of opportunity that open. But again, you have to be suited up and ready and expecting opportunities. You may not know what it is, but it's like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be doing this. So obviously there's going to be a door or a window that's going to open on the other side. So this was in 2019. It was Women's History Month. And the theme was Choose the Challenge. And I said, wow, you know, I want to be a part of this international movement. Somehow I want to contribute. And so I prayed about it. And I thought God said, interview 5 women. I
Okay.
thought that makes sense. I'll do that. 5 women. And this was the centennial anniversary of women's right to vote in the US. And I thought I'll talk about women's voices and why it matters and how we show up, not just at the polls, but just in life. And when I was about to start selecting the ladies, I heard God say, yeah, I kind of missed it. I didn't say 5 women. I said 21 women from 5 nations. So I ended up interviewing women from the US, UK, Uganda, Canada, and Jamaica.
Wow.
And I had all these interviews in a week and a half because
Wow.
I had this epiphany in March, and we're already into March. And so we did this amazing series called Choose to Challenge, and I aired it on Facebook.
Wow.
Well, a TV streaming network saw it, XOD TV out of Atlanta, and they said, LaWanna, we love this. Would you mind if we air it on our network? I'm like, sure, that's fine. I had no desire, no interest of ever doing this type of thing.
Right.
It was never a
None.
thought. And so then they came back and they said, wow, we got a higher response than we thought we would. Would you be interested in making this a permanent part of our lineup? I was like, why not? I want to learn new things.
Yeah.
So I said, well, since I don't know this world, let me get coached in this. So I ended up partnering with someone who was a director for ABC
Okay.
out of California to just understand just this whole dynamic of media and mass communication. And then I partnered with another individual who is a SAG actor, and he is one of the directors for Robert Townsend.
Okay.
And it's like, hey, I need you to coach me. I need you to coach me up fast because this is what they want me to do. And I don't want to show up looking foolish. And then from there, these other 2 shows were born. So I came to them and I said, well, I've got an idea. I love business. Do you think I might be able to bring my business to the stage? And they're like, sure. And I'm like, I like to read. What about Power of the Pen? So that's how it happened.
Wow.
And after a while, sometimes you grow a little big for the fishbowl you're in. God's like, I need to take you out of the fishbowl and put you in a bigger pond. And that was what happened. And I now am in partnership with E360 TV. They're out of Arizona because their platform allows me the diversity to breathe and not be molded by a standard.
Wow. Well, listen,
And
everybody, you've been listening to LaWanna Bradford telling you her story. Wasn't that powerful? I want to take a break so that you can see what she's up to, her new book, all of the things that's taking place with her. I want you to check that out right now, and we'll be right back. I'm telling you, see, you need to know why you need to keep listening and connecting to Leading from the Future, because you don't know who the next guest is going to be. You don't know what they're going to reveal. You don't know what they're going to unveil for you. Wasn't that powerful? Listen, that is so powerful. She talked about doing what you're supposed to do and being in the right place. The power of the pen, wow, was birthed all because of something she thought. Then she executed it. She just didn't keep it on the vision board. She executed it, and look what happened. All right, that's what I'm trying to tell you, big time. So tell us about this book.
yes, so thank you for giving me this moment. The book is called I Pledge Allegiance, A Journey Through the Words That Shaped the Nation. And this was actually born about during this time of change and chaos and confusion that's happening within the US. And I saw something on TV, and this was in March. And when I was looking at it and getting angry, I started hearing the Pledge of Allegiance over and over in my head. And I realized that was the earliest of indoctrination for those of us who are here in the US.
Yeah.
And I started to ask myself, do I even understand what it means? And logically, yes, I understand when you stream the words together what it means. But this pledge, it's a commitment, it's a promise, it's an extension of ourselves. And if you've been saying something over and over again for thousands and thousands of times, what sort of impression has that made subconsciously that shifts and changes how you relate to the world? And so I started to explore and do this little journey in journaling and uncovering and unpackaging the pledge by each stanza. And I realized, you know what, I think you have a foundation for a book. And so this book is designed to help people go through their own exploratory journey. You may or may not end up where I am. It's not like a typical book that the ending is always going to be the same, because you're looking at it through your lived experiences. You're asking the questions about where you stand currently, and then you're going to rise to your own conclusion. And for me, I'm a patriot. And I realized at the end of the day, every question that I had, I was able to answer fully and say, with all that's going on, I still can say I pledge allegiance.
Wow. Wow and wow. Listen, everybody, I told you this was going to be so powerful, so good. And listen, if you live in America, listen, you can't help but to still love America. In spite of it all, you must still love America. It gives you the freedom that you need and everything else that comes along with it. Okay. So thank you so much, LaWanna Bradford. Time has just went so fast. Tell people how to contact you, what's your social media, all of that good stuff, and even how to buy the book.
They can contact me on all things social media by my name, LaWanna Bradford. I'm easy to find. My website, LaWannaBradford.com, and go to Amazon to get the book. I Pledge Allegiance, A Journey Through the Words That Shaped the Nation. Love to connect with each and every one of you.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it best right here. Don't go nowhere. You always come right here. It's not Memorex. We always do it for you live. All right. Now, we are talking again. We're going to see you at the top. Want to thank all of you for always tuning in and helping us to lead from the future, not from behind. I want to encourage you to get my latest book that I just released in Orlando 1 month ago, called Cosmic Collaboration. Boy, what a work this is. We're talking about you knowing who you were before you got in your mother's womb, that God created a blueprint just for you. Cosmic collaboration, heaven and earth coming together to help you reach your destiny. You want to get that book. It's going to be fantastic. All right. We just released it. Contact us. You can even text us, right? WWA to 54244. Tell them Cosmic Collaboration interested. All right. We want to get that book to you. And don't forget to always remember, we believe you were born for a purpose. And we believe that if you find your purpose, you can live your life, because life without purpose is like living life not at all. And then, of course, we encourage you, follow LaWanna Bradford and get that pledge. Understand it today if you still live in America. I pledge allegiance to the flag, the United States, over to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want justice for all. All right? Peace. We'll see you next time. I'm Dr. Pastor Anthony D. Shannon, a prophet you can trust, leading from the future. And we always say, peace.
Thank you for joining us on another incredible episode of Leading from the Future with Dr. Pastor Prophet Anthony D. Shannon. We've had an amazing journey exploring visionary leadership and inspiring insights. If you're passionate about sharing your story and ideas on our show, we'd love to have you as a guest. Simply reach out to us via email at thevictorychurchint@gmail.com. To ensure the continued success of our channel, we warmly invite you to contribute. We're seeking 10 generous individuals to donate $1,000 each, as well as 10 contributors with a gift of $526, and 10 supporters donating $224.24. Every donation, regardless of the amount, makes a significant impact. However, as a token of our gratitude, each contributor will receive a personalized prophetic word and an exclusive ebook. You can contribute through 3 convenient ways. The first is Cash App. That's right, $ Anthony D. Shannon, or $ The Victory Church INT. You can also download the V Church app. Search for us on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Follow the prompts and make your contribution. Whether you contribute $1,000 or any amount, every donation makes a difference. Go ahead and support us today. For more information and to stay connected, please visit leaderslivegenerously.com. We appreciate your support in advancing our mission. Well, thank you for being a part of this incredible community. Join us again next time as we lead from the future with Dr. Pastor Prophet Anthony D. Shannon.